I'll probably actually look more into the ending after we're done, because there's no way I'm gonna get to the end of the series in, like, a decent time from now. Okay,
Okay, before I read this,
yes.
before we start, from what I remember, there is a big battle going on in Fantasyland, and Satan uses his last resort to escape and goes to modern-day Japan.
Yeah, and he can't.
Then
Yeah.
doesn't speak the language or know how to read, and gets caught by the cops. Uses magic to get himself a job and a house and citizen ID.
Yep, basically.
After that, a bit passes by. We find out that the angel's chosen of the church, ends up following him through the portal and has been hunting him down to kill him the whole time. But because neither of them have their powers, she's fucking pathetic, and also she doesn't have her magic sword, which is like the one thing that actually could hurt him.
Yeah, she has. She gets like a
flip knife and a bicycle.
Yeah, like a knife from like the store. Yeah, from the store or something. It's like, really, you're gonna kill me with that thing?
Probably not. I'm gonna try, and then nothing happens.
Oh, dude.
So.
After that, they begrudgingly exist in the same place as each other.
Okay, no, that's not true. Satan and Amelia both have different apartments, I believe. It's just
Amelia's is a lot nicer, but it's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, it's just she is always spying on Satan because she doesn't trust anything he does.
Instead of doing her job.
Yeah.
I think she gets fired at one stage because of it.
Probably. I'm streaming now, by the way.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh, for fuck's sake, why are you starting the stream when we're saying I need to run through this quickly so I have an idea of what's going on?
I mean, it's fine. We're like getting into it, so.
Okay, right, well, hi, welcome to the podcast, I suppose. I'm your host, Joe. We also have the other two recurring hosts.
Yo. What's up, dog?
Yo, sup, dog, and...
Hello, folks, my name is ScrappyFan92.
ScrappyFan92.
And here's...
Today we're talking about Devil is a Part-Timer. We have been working on some serious projects, so things have been going slow, also life has been happening. We are choosing not to talk about those right now because they are big deal situations.
Yeah, the biggest reason why this podcast has like not happened in like a decade is because
planning. And the apocalypse.
It's because
other life shit.
Well, it's mainly because we just took so long figuring out what topics to go with. So yeah, that's been a problem. And
wasn't the last thing we didn't have an E3, so we didn't know when to do it, but now the consoles are out and none of us own them because we're broke ass motherfuckers. Because please donate.
I mean, I could probably buy both PS5 and Xbox Series X right now if I wanted to, but I just don't have a reason. So, yeah.
Or stock to buy them.
Yeah. Before we go into talking about the show, do we want to quickly talk about things we've been doing since like last episode, if anything?
Scrappy, do you want to mention the project and leave it there, or should we leave this blank?
Joey is going to help me write a new chapter of the Super Mario show coming soon.
I did not agree to this, but also, what the fuck? That's not what we're working on, but that's similar to what we're working on.
You are writing something, so...
Yeah. And Harry's against his will. Constructed.
Yeah. Horrific spelling is
my
horrific.
passion. Look, it's not my fault I'm dyslexic, it's my mum's.
Well. Alright then.
I don't. Never mind.
Anyway, so yeah, we're working on that. Bunch of other life stuff happened. I'm trying to get my shit together. That's all I'm saying on that.
Fair enough. Anything you've been up to, Scrappy?
Grudgingly trying to wrangle some cats for other projects with story time, so that's fun.
Oh yeah, that's good. As for me, one thing that I've been trying to do in the background is just get some of the frickin' perfect relics in Crash 4. And for those who don't know, perfect relics basically means going through a stage, getting all the boxes, getting enough Wumpa Fruit so you get the free Wumpa Fruit gems, and you can't die. And so basically think of it like getting the gems in Crash 1, except the levels are like 10 times harder.
And longer.
Yeah, so yeah, that's been fun. It makes me want to delete life, so that's all good. Besides that,
So you want to eat the face of the level designer of Crash 4?
pretty much.
I want to say, whatever you want to say about Crash 1, you can still technically die as many times as you want before you hit the first checkpoint.
That's true, yeah. I think the main thing, or one of the big things for me is that the load times are so long. Like, probably even longer than Wrath of Cortex, to be honest. So, like, every time...
Oh, they don't look that long. They look pretty reasonable.
I mean, they aren't too bad when you're playing casually, but when you have to, like, restart every time you want to, like, start over, like, after a stupid death, it adds up over time, and it just gets really, really annoying. It is better on, like, modern consoles, but I don't have that, so I don't have that luxury. But, yeah, it's annoying.
I may just have to accept that moderately long load times are just a modern Crash staple at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it got updated in Insane Trilogy, so...
Like, I do hope that the current generation of the new consoles actually do properly help with load times for games, because it's gotten kind of ridiculous in the past few years.
I think, like, I remember, like, one of their biggest selling points for, like, PS5 specifically, I don't know about Xbox, probably the same, but it was the whole thing of, we're gonna have, like, barely any load time, so you're not gonna even notice it half the time. And I hope that is true, because, yeah, load times got pretty ridiculous during this generation.
Honestly, that's more of a selling point to me than, like, any actual hardware upgrade. Like,
Same.
graphics.
Yeah, pretty
Can you
much.
imagine
I'm an old
playing an
man.
original Xbox game on the new Xbox, though, and how fast that would load?
Yeah, it'd be, like, immediately.
Wait, there was a loading time? It'd be like arcade speeds.
Holler.
Yeah. It's like how...
So yeah, welcome.
Anyway, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, it's like how the PS4 versions of Kingdom Hearts, are like, when you load anything, it's like immediate, so it's like, yeah.
So yeah, welcome to our real next-gen episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, what are we doing? Oh yes, we're talking about Sword Art. No, I mean, the devil is a part-timer.
See, so
In another world with my demon chums.
we're going to have to talk about SAO again at some point, but not now.
In another world with my
not today.
part-time job at McDonald's.
It's probably gonna happen sooner than we want, because the second and presumably last season of, like, Alicization or whatever the hell, is airing at the moment, so yeah.
Wait, there's actually a season 3 of Sword Art on right now?
The current
fuck?
this current series has like 3 separate seasons. We all gotta...
We'll discuss it when we get to it.
Yep.
Well, that means I've got to watch it.
We made it this far.
Yes. Well, I mean...
Did
actually,
we?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, to anyone who... Okay. Before we get into Devil's a Part-Timer for real, I should give a fair warning to anyone actually curious about the next series of Sword Art Online.
Alright.
Many of the complaints we had of the prior 2 seasons are still there in full force. If you will.
I don't think a lot of it is as egregious as previous seasons, but yeah.
Read a synopsis and make your own judgment call.
I will say that the writing is the best it's ever been, so take that for what you will.
Well, the original Sword Art Online was a light novel written for a writing contest that got too long.
Yeah. I mean, there's...
It was really good for what it was, but with the massive, excessive popularity it received in Japan, it also got the animation adaptation, and it spiraled down from there.
Yeah.
So every season's gonna be better because it was an amateur that got too much attention.
I mean, there's also... I mean, there's...
And writing is literally one of those things, but the more you write, the better you get at it.
Pretty much. You can never expect your first shindig
honestly.
to be good, or like great.
Honestly, listen to the guy with dyslexia, who basically started writing anything and barely being able to make a 5-word sentence with any word spelt correctly, and now most of what I write is just paragraphs, and only a quarter of it spelt badly.
Yeah, so you just improve over time.
I write at the level of an average 13, 14-year-old. As compared to other people my age who probably write a lot better. I can guarantee it's a lot more readable. Scrappy can confirm that it's a lot more readable.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
I accept my fate, Jotaro. Can you say the same?
I've accepted that I will probably be watching episodes of Sword Art Online in the nearest future to get caught up, so that's my fate.
I mean...
I binge watch shows, so I've got to watch it all in one evening. Or I'm gonna lose interest and never watch it again, and then the episode will come out and be like, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah.
Enough about the debauchery of Sword Art Online. Let's talk about a wholesome show about the devil.
Ah yes, Satan cooked my McDonald's cheeseburger.
Okay.
Yes, the devil.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You go first.
13 minutes in. Wonderful. The devil is a part-timer, reading from Wikipedia, and that's the only time I'm going to be doing this today. The Devil is a Part-Timer is a Japanese light novel series written by Satoshi Wagahara, with illustrations by Oniku. And the company that also publishes Sword Art Online has published a series in Japan, while Yen Press has published a series in North America. The story is about Satan seeking to... This is a sentence. The story is about a devil seeking to conquer the world of Entei Ila.
Yeah, I think that's actually correct.
I think it's like Entei Isla, I think. That's how they pronounce it in the dub, so...
Yeah,
Conquer the world of Isla Sorna from the Lost World Jurassic Park. When confronted by the hero Amelia, he is forced to retreat through a gate that transports him to modern-day Tokyo, Japan, the epicenter of all weirdness.
So it's basically a reverse isekai.
Reverse what? Now?
A reverse isekai, like instead of getting sent to a fantastical world, they get sent to boring old Japan.
See, the thing with reverse isekai is it's a great premise that doesn't get used as much as it used to.
I mean...
What was that show called? It was... Oh, fuck. God damn it. I forgot what the
Yeah, I
show's
mean-
called. It's about this complete pervert who ends up finding an angel that crash lands in his quiet village where fuck all
I know what you're
happens, and
talking
gives
about.
him and basically grants his every wish and desire.
Yeah, and he's like a spoiled brat kind of character, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called though.
And the show's name was Angel Beats No.
No. That's something completely
Angel
different.
Beats is incredible, and we need to talk about that at a different time.
Yeah, that needs to be talked about at some point.
I think someone hasn't seen it yet.
I think
Yeah,
Scrappy.
someone is me.
I do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the show you're talking about is like, from the looks of it, I think it's like a 90s anime or something like that, but...
It's like early 2000s.
Yeah, it looks pretty old.
2004.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 90s.
Yeah. If
It was really good, though.
Yeah, if I can
So
find
fucking
it, post podcast episode, I'll probably put it in the comments or something.
What was I gonna say? Like, there's enough live action movies based on cartoons that are basically like magical creature winds up in human world and meets struggling artist. So I can see what you mean.
Yeah.
Because the struggling artist is a self-insert character of the actual fucking writer, and the fact that they are a complete and utter hopeless romantic, and this is the closest they're ever going to get to the touch of a woman until the actual content releases.
Nice.
And they get super popular because of predominantly the money they make from their series.
Yeah, that sounds about
Where
right.
were we?
Fantasyland.
Ah, yes. Oh, Satan Jacob. That is his name in the fantasy land. I need to clarify that.
Fucking Jacob. It's literally fucking Satan.
Satan Jacob, the Dark Lord, and his loyal, trusty retainer person, Alciel, land in Japan, and they can't speak the language of, humans
Japan.
here. Yeah.
Ah yes, the language of human, also known as Japan.
Yeah, I was talking about this earlier with Joey, but it's like, it's almost impossible for shows or movies to do stuff like this well, because you can't really make it work without having like part of the show just in a different language. So it just comes off as weird a lot of the time.
The nature of the beast.
Yeah. But the best example would be like when they're in like high school or whatever, and the Japanese students have to do like an English class, and when it's the dub, it just doesn't work at all.
I mean... Wow, I'm so glad to be speaking this language fluently, but in my last couple of years of high school before college, because I couldn't graduate because I failed English. Speaking of which, I did fail English.
So,
Because of localization.
Law localization.
So, where were we? There we go. So, Tadao and Alciel are basically out of luck in this foreign land that we call Tokyo. Learn the language, find jobs to, make, have a home and, conquer this new land that they're basically stuck in. Like, this show is basically just anime Invader Zim when you get right down to it.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean... Okay. At least it doesn't have the organs episode. Still probably has the creepy fanbase though.
I don't even know what part-timers fanbase is like, so no comment on that.
Limited due to the fact it's got one season.
I mean, you never know. There could be avid fans of like the manga and light novels.
Yes, but we don't read, so we don't know about them or acknowledge their existence.
Brain block. We're good people.
This coming to you from, well, what I'm saying right now, coming through to you from the guy that said, by the way, if you don't mind just giving us your credit card details.
Oh man.
That was a terrible joke, and I don't regret it. Also, 15-year-old me was an absolute edgelord.
Yeah, a little bit. But to be fair, I feel most people went through an edgy teen phase.
Yeah, I never left it.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the devil as a part-timer and not even getting through the synopsis.
Oh, this is
why we don't ever do podcasts. 21 minutes.
nice.
21 minutes to get through the synopsis. 10 of which were actually getting to the synopsis.
Yeah.
In our defense, Harry sprung the recording on us without us knowing.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, I guess you did it.
That's exactly what you did. Is that you guys were talking, we had a good flow of conversation, it'll be fine.
Anyways, Satan Jacob has taken on the name of Sadao Mao. LCL has taken on the name Shiro Ashia, and no, I'm just going to call him LCL for the time being, because that's what everyone calls him in the show. Sadao has basically uses his mystical charisma and demon powers to kind of finesse his way into a job at McDonald's. And no, I did not mispronounce that.
Yeah, it's just...
Totally knock McDonald's Incorporated.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty great.
To be fair, their rival is like CFC.
Oh, SFC?
Yeah, SFC.
Oh,
Kentucky Fried Chicken, I think it was.
Yeah. Kentucky.
Still probably tastes better than KFC.
So yes, he basically has he's a day laborer at this fast food restaurant.
But if he keeps being great at his job, eventually he can become the sub-line manager.
Yes. The dog lord of fast food.
I mean, to be fair, the Devil's Burger does sound appealing. Dark, rich, smoky flavors with an unspeakable sauce to tantalize your taste buds. And that's why we're writing a book.
Luckily for Sadao, his manager is pretty chill, and his co-worker, Chiho, is a sweetheart, so he's in good company.
Adorable.
Yeah. Also
Chiho, she's a character.
She is a fucking ditz. If I remember correctly.
Also, hi Sylph, I see you in the users chat thing.
Enemy spotted.
I wouldn't call her a ditz, she's pretty...
Yeah, she is.
She is kind of a ditz.
She's not a ditz, she's pretty.
Oh god.
Moving on. Unfortunately for Sadao and LCL, not everything is fun and roses. Fortunately, the hero has tracked him down to the human world. And she is impotent. She can't...
Pathetic.
She has lost most of her magic in a transfer over, so she can really do nothing more than be a sitcom arch-nemesis to our anti-hero.
And it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I like how everyone assumes that like her and Satan are together. Just like
We're not a thing. We're sworn enemies. Yeah, but you bang, right?
Yeah, and
Amelia. Go on.
I was just saying they make that a joke throughout the whole series. Like, everyone thinks they're banging, pretty much.
I mean, it's the rule of anime. If two characters hate each other, then they're probably dating.
Yeah, right?
Don't mention the book.
Oh, hi, young Link. Let's see. Yes. Emilia Justina, alias Emi Yusa, because Japan, is an agent of the church. She is the holy hero whose mission is to set out and destroy Satan, because he pretty much killed her father. Like,
Yep.
well, I was kind of a dick.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that was more collateral damage than it was, haha, I killed your dad.
Yeah.
I think that was just a side effect of the fact that the country was at war.
Yeah.
Then it was I literally went out of my way to kill him. Oh.
It's basically Tuesday for Sadao, but...
It was a traumatic childhood experience for her.
For him, it was Tuesday.
The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and he's murdering the peasants.
Basically, that's just Sadao's...
This is MO, it's fine. It's nothing personal, kid.
Yeah, right?
I will have to depart briefly. I have a phone call.
Okay.
It took me by surprise.
Bugger.
Well, while that happens,
Where were we?
What?
Let me try and scroll. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're still on the first episode.
yeah, we haven't actually, done very much of it.
You swore to return to Congo, right? Modern day Japan, addition to be shot by the new human. Take the nearest police station where Satan as well as whoa, magic.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, no, past that. Alright, so yeah, on his way to his part-time job, he encounters the hero. I'm pretty sure that's the bit we were at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember what happens. So we talked earlier about how she tries to kill Satan with like a really crappy knife or whatever, and then like a police officer.
Dollar store fucking switchblade.
Yeah, and like the police officer comes and just tries to break it up. She's like, "Alright, I know like he's like your ex or something, but you need to like calm down a bit." It's like,
we're not dating.
It's brilliant.
Squeaking intensifies.
The expressions in this show are absolute gold, for the record.
Offers his umbrella to shelter from the rain.
That's like the end of the season.
Random faces that level. Uses remaining magic to repair the broken.
Oh crap.
Wait, what? How far have I skipped over?
Do your thing.
Okay, so after that, while at McRonald, Saito not only experiences a seemingly random mild earthquake, but faces the dilemma of whether to use his remaining magic to repair the broken friars. Eventually, not getting the chance to, nonetheless, while impressing his fellow co-worker Shio Sasuke.
Yep.
With his people skills as well as the higher-ups through his dedication, Sadio is able to secure a permanent position. As he excitedly pedals back home to tell Shiro, he is once again confronted by the scarlet-haired girl who revealed to be the hero from the other dimension, where the scene where the dollar store knife happens.
Yeah, right. Pretty much basically.
Episode 2. In the wake of Satan and Asael's departure from Isla, Amelia and her comrades give chase back to the present-day Japan. Sado tries to reason with Amelia, now under the identity of Emi, although she ignores and tries to attack him after they are both arrested and brought to the police station for questioning, where the officer in charge mistakes them for having a couple's quarrel, much to Emi's protest on their way home. Emi threatens Sado, although he just shrugs the following day while feeling angry that she isn't living a better lifestyle than this. Classism. Emi pays him a visit. Shiro, in shock, locks her out, but lets her in after Sadio cautiously explains her circumstances. That was a funny scene.
Yeah.
After commenting on Sado's lifestyle, she explains that she, along with Archbishop Obla Malia, fucking accents, how do they work? Were going to follow them through the portal before it disappeared. But she ended up being the only one transported. Over the next few days, Emi begins stalking Saido and Shio around town and learns that they are living good, humble lives. This prompts her to ask after work if he had considered staying in the human world, to which he boldly states that he will return to conquer Isla, which pretty much sends her into, oh my god, no, he's evil. Because basically the whole episode, she's going, is he evil? No, I mean, he's pretty much just being a standard McDonald's employee and actually being a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, I am Satan, fear me!
I think, the anime itself only really kinda, like, I don't even remember. I might be talking out of my ass right now, but Hi.
Hello?
I just turned myself a minute. I think what the series is trying to go for is that there's more to it than just Satan being evil or whatever. Like,
oh no, he is the evil bad conquering the world because that is what the Satan does. But no, he has his own motivations and reasons for things.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this is true, but I remember reading up, like, apparently he doesn't say anything about it because he doesn't want to, like, break Amelia's like resolve as the hero or something like that, which is interesting.
I mean, to be fair, if he breaks Amelia's resolve, he basically undermines her entire reason to exist, and having someone just give up in front of him, that's not easy for anyone to look at.
Yeah.
If he really truly wanted to defeat her, he'd have killed her long ago.
Yeah.
Not to mention he has the perfect opportunity with her sitting inside his house.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get the kitchen knife. Poison put bleach in the noodles. Simple.
Pretty much.
I'm a nice person, I swear. Who wants to come over for a dinner party? Anyway. Any more to say?
No, not really.
They both come under a magical attack from a sniper and hurriedly escape. Saito realizes that they may have a common enemy and blames Emmy before leaving for the night. Emmy, however, shows up again at his apartment, much to his suspicion, and awkwardly asks if she could stay the night, since she lives a distance away and lost her wallet. F. While they were escaping, Saito cautiously gives her rare sanctuary again to Shiro's shock, while Emmy tearfully ponders to herself how she got herself into the situation. Basically, oh my god, I lost my wallet and now I have to spend the night with literally Satan. Ah!
Oh my god, this is enough. I'm gonna die.
Sadia receives a mysterious text from Shiro warning that more earthquakes are on the way, while asking for his advice. And then that's where the episode ends.
Yeah. Oh, you know,
the following morning, the national news broadcast reports... English, motherfucker, do you speak it? The following morning, the Channel News broadcasts a report mentioning the attack that Emmy and Sayo were involved in, while Shio excitedly prepares for her date with Sayo. Wait, when did that happen?
Oh, right. Yeah, Gio, like... I mean... stuff happens, but... all you need to know is that Chio has like a massive crush on Satan. So that happens.
Meanwhile, Emmy receives an anonymous call at work from the same enemy who shot at them, who explains that killing both her and Satan would be in Anti-Easter's best interests. Oof.
Oh right, yeah, there's like weird people like, just going around at the moment.
I mean, I know it's Japan, but still.
It's like there's the whole thing that it's not really touched on that much in the show because it's only one season. They don't really have much time to dwell on it, but it's heavily. Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. It's heavily hinted at that the church that's been alluded to is very shady, and like. Not really sure what the deal is with that. Or like the characters don't know,
I mean, it's the classic trope of I have the power of God and anime on my side, but anime wants nothing to do with God.
Basically.
See basically every anime ever.
Yeah.
Where Godman bad.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Fucking High School DxD. Bad. Fucking Rosero Vampire, pretty sure bad.
This is kind of crap right now.
Actually, mostly stuck with vampires and demons. Moving on. Later, the police track down Sado from his bicycle left at the scene, and Emmy is forced to vouch for his identity, while after warning him about a common enemy. Which neither of them actually know shit all about. Yeah,
it's just like some guy attacks them in like the shadows. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. Bye.
Later, Sado meets Shiro for their date, which, unbeknownst to them, are followed by a cautious Shiro and suspicious Emmy, the latter of whom drags Shiro into the cafe to eavesdrop on Sado. During the date, Shiro explains to Sado that she has been hearing a strange language recently, the language of Enta-Isla, unknown to her. She further explains that the speakers were trying to contact someone and made reference to a large earthquake soon to occur. Sailor realizes that the phenomenon was a magical communication system called Idea Link, and that the earthquakes were most likely caused by a sonar spell trying to detect him and Emmy. At this time, a shocked Sailor notices Emmy walks into the cafe, and before Shiro can confess to him, she is interrupted by Emmy. Chicho misunderstands Emmy's reasoning and for her interruption, and they get into a loud argument.
Oh.
Which, if I remember correctly, was about tit size.
Yeah, I remember that being part of it. Like, Chio is the character that has like massive tits, and Emmy not so much.
I got huge boobs. That makes me more of a woman than you.
And
what
like,
the fuck are you on about?
Yeah. Oh no.
Memes.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm talking about huge tits, and the next line I have to read is just as a large earthquake suddenly strikes. Neat.
Just like neat. So how about those huge tits then?
Turtles. Who said tits can't be a plot point?
Yeah. Right? Oh,
I'm not
Lord.
writing a book, what are you on about? Shiro briefly awakens, surrounded by devastation. She reconciles with Emmy, who again warns her about Sado before knocking her out with a sleep spell. Emmy then calls out to Satan, who appears from some debris in his demonic form.
Oh right,
Emmy ponders
yeah.
killing him, because he has limited ability to do that.
Okay, I remember this now. Like, what is it? The place they're in, like the whole mall, pretty much falls apart, and like the idea is that Satan gets his power from negative emotions or something like that. So he just turns into this brute, like this massive brute.
But then, where does what's her name get her power from?
She gets it through like I don't know, like she like gets sent these jars of something that like restores
Liquid
her
mana or some shit.
So yeah, like so like okay, so Satan has like devil energy, and like she has like what is it?
Because isn't she like a genetically engineered super soldier or some shit?
I don't know, something like that.
Like the only one that survived the experiments is something like Metal Gear style.
Yeah, like yeah, just think of it like she just has angel powers, I guess. I don't know. That's the best way I can put it.
Oh fuck, where was I? Satan turns into Satan.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, demonic form.
Yeah.
Emmy ponders killing him right there and then with her remaining magic, but Satan shocks her by stating he'll get them out of the collapsed mole, leaving Emmy to wonder why he would help them. Well, you see, at the end of the day, Satan ain't a bad dude.
Yep.
He just made some life choices.
And I mean, the thing is,
like a good idea at the time.
I suppose the figures as well you have to keep in mind is that they, in their world, they are, to be fair, they are at war, so it's not like he's gonna just sit there and let like people kill his men.
I mean, the war is basically, they're ugly, fuck them.
More or less.
Welcome to the church, everybody. Anime style. Alright. Where's Scrappy?
Yeah, he's been gone for a while. That must be a really important phone call.
Satan continues to use his magic to clear the breeze while everyone in... I mean, he is job hunting at the moment, so...
True.
But anyway. Uses magic to clear the breeze while keeping everyone in the mall out of harm's way. While outside the destroyed mall, Emmy has a flashback showing her carefree days with her father and Auntie Isla when she was younger, until she was summoned by the church to begin training with a magical sword to slay demons. Soon after, her father was killed by Satan's forces when the village was attacked, leaving her with resolve to kill him. Back in the present, Sado learns and informs Emmy that she received magical feedback from the spell that cast on her father. Inspector Sasuke, when he first arrived in Japan. What? I swear I've missed a line there. Sado's further explanations to her that the earthquake was a deliberate attack on their lives before both leave. Afterwards, Emmy spends the night at her co-worker Rika Suzuki's place.
Oh, I forgot about that character. It's just Amelia's.
She exists.
She's just Amelia's friend. She doesn't really do anything.
Rika explains how human nature can change in the face of adversity by referencing the Kobe earthquakes she experienced as a child. The next day, Emmy visits Sado and falls down his apartment building stairs because haha funny. Sado tries to treat Emmy's injuries, but his uncharacteristic kindness upsets her, and she reveals her reason for wanting him dead.
Oh, this is Susanoo, right?
No, this is Emmy.
Oh. Oh, right.
Unless they're the same person.
No.
Sato laments his inability to understand people's feelings until they are interrupted by Shiro and Chiho. Chiho misunderstands Emmy and Sato being a couple and runs away with a broken heart because this plot point exists because of reasons. Because Satan is sexy. Stupid sexy Satan.
Oh god, apparently.
Listen, okay? You'd bang Satan. Give it the shot. I don't fucking know.
I don't even...
What the fuck?
Why?
Going with this shit?
What is it?
Boyo!
Fire. I mean...
Just then,
actually,
Sato's
no.
landlady. Oh yeah, that character exists and she's kind of alright.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember. Don't they
I
have
swear the whole time she just wants to give Satan naked pictures of her on holiday.
Pretty much. Like, isn't there like a bunch of jokes where they just have like pictures of the landlady or something, and they just want to like puke or something?
Yeah.
I got Scrappy's back. He can now do this instead of me because this gives me a headache because reading is hard.
Nah. Oh.
No. Pain.
Bye, Lana. Bye, Lana.
Oh my god, this is a lot. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. This is too high level right now.
So, what did I miss while I was gone?
We were basically just going for a bunch of synopses and whatnot.
We're basically halfway through the synopsis for episode 4.
Can do this one.
Just episode 4.
Look, okay. Exactly.
Okay, so episode 4. Is that the one where Sadao and Chio go on a date?
No, that's episode 3.
Yeah, we just went. Yeah, we just went over that one. Oh, by the way, before we move on, did you have anything else to say earlier? Because I felt like you had more to say. I don't remember what we were talking about though.
I think we just went through the synopsis ourselves.
Yeah.
I'll remember it when I go to playback and suddenly snap my fingers in frustration that I forgot to continue.
Alright then.
No,
yes,
what was I? Yeah, what was I thinking of? Gosh darn it, that. I was going through the story, sort of, how Amelia is just kind of a laughable nemesis initially.
Yeah. And
I
like,
mean, their power builds up as the show goes on, so both of them.
I mean, it's the fact that like it depends on the situation because, like I said earlier, Satan gets his power from negative emotions, and that kind of just because of how anime works, it gets more and more ridiculous each time. So that happens.
Yeah, I guess, I'm not sure if you guys mentioned this, but, I guess I give some further, background to them, gives some power, I guess.
Yeah, I was.
She can basically...
No, I was kind of talking about this earlier, but I kind of fumbled a lot because I don't remember specifics.
Whether it's a family trait of hers or just something granted to her by the church, she can basically conjure up a sword from within her.
Right.
There's that. She can. It's honestly, it's
might
what.
have been about to get to that actually.
Yeah.
She can materialize a sword from basically within herself, I guess. She can
She only has so many monster energies, so she can't risk doing it.
Yeah. It's like pocket energy, but pocket dimension.
It's fucking blue monster energy.
Yeah.
It's basically every fantasy trope of pull a sword out from the actual human. It's
literally
Guilty Crown,
out
and no, we're not watching Guilty Crown.
We are never watching Guilty Crown.
I've heard. What is that?
She cosplay generator, fucking 2010, I think.
Alright,
No, it's
then.
2012.
Listen, people try and cosplay those characters, and it just looks awful because those outfits are non-functional. It's like having a single scarf wrapped around your body or some shit.
Dang.
Oh my god. I think I know what the character you're talking about too.
I've never even watched the show.
Me neither. I've heard of it, but...
Exactly.
So yeah, Amelia's a Fire Emblem character. Or more accurately, she's a Xenoblade 2 character.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, kinda.
But at least she has a character, unlike Amelia from ReZero.
Oh, jeez.
We will get to ReZero eventually, Joey.
You'd have to watch you'd have to watch it first.
We will get to ReZero in 10 years, Joey.
Jesus fucking Christ, it'll be relevant again then.
Yeah, then we'll get season 3.
Yeah. I mean...
So yeah, she's got a sword. She can sometimes summon it, but she's in human world with minimal mana, so she can't really do that. So
Yeah.
pull that off.
Yeah, I was saying this earlier, but she get someone from like the church or like their world or something or other. They send like a bunch of bottles of mana energy.
Monster energy.
Yeah, let's say, and she just drinks it to keep her powers up, I guess, pretty much.
Speaking of the church, have we mentioned the Archbishop? Archbishop, is that how you pronounce it?
Bishop. Like it was mentioned.
We've gotten to the point in the synopses where he was with her when they jumped through the portal, and now he's not.
Yeah.
We know what happens.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm starting to remember things now.
The old Olba.
But I think we're basically at the flashback episode after she falls down the stairs and what's her name gets her heart broken because she thinks that those two are a thing.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, Emmy through shenanigans, Amelia, oh, for Pete's sake, Pyra from Xenoblade, Pyra from Xenoblade 2 winds up in Sadow's apartment again, and decides to chew him out because this is a comedy.
Of course.
Yeah.
This poor, predictable, innocent Chiho walks in on them, not actually doing anything lewd, just kind of talking at arm's length near a table.
Yeah.
She finds them and incorrectly assumes that they are a thing and runs off crying.
It has nothing to do with the fact that she yeeted herself down the staircase.
Yeah. Chiho runs away, gets in trouble with a newcomer, Lucifer.
Dun, 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 dun.
Lucifer in Fantasyland was Sadao's general, or at least one of his generals. Seems he's made his way to Japan, and now he has his own agenda to take over the human realm.
And then he finds Satan, and it's like, oh fuck, he's already here.
Yeah.
I'll just have to kill him, and then proceeds to fail.
To be fair, he
Yeah,
did shoot like a
pretty
massive hole through his chest.
That's where I made a joke about that when I was watching this. When I was watching it with Harry and Savior.
Yeah.
Yeah, he Lucifer actually puts up a pretty good fight. He completely trashes Sadao and Alciel. Cole. And Emmy. Yeah, Emmy gets messed up too. Yeah, I think he's the part. She scuffs her knees, having to do a diving save to save Chio, and I'd cry from scuffing my knees like that too.
Christ, fucking amateurs.
No, that stuff looked painful.
So hold your breath and then forget about it. Says me. We can
Alright,
actually do
then.
that.
Alright then.
I forget, not everyone's as hardcore as me.
So yeah, and yeah, reading directly from Wikipedia, because apparently I'm doing this now. What the? I hate you both.
Look, I did half of it.
You did 4 episodes.
Of a 13 episode show! We'll force Harry against his will to do the last 2 episodes. It's fair.
Oh.
Wikipedia. Emmy asked Lucifer how he survived their previous battle on Ente Isla, but Sadao deduces that he was aided by her former comrade Olba, the Archbishop of the Church, who had promised to return Lucifer to heaven in exchange for his help. While Olba reveals himself to Emmy's shock. Lucifer proceeds to attack. Pardon me.
No, I was just being stupid.
Lucifer proceeds to attack Sadao and company with Alciel taking a hit. As the group flees, Wikipedia. As the group flees, Sadao explains to Emmy that Lucifer draws his magic from negative emotions and hence was responsible for the string of muggings in Sasazuka. Did we go over that?
Not really.
It was a minor plot point in a prior episode. So
I
there's
don't
your
even
answer.
think it was mentioned in the synopsis.
Yeah, the synopses are like kind of skipping over things because, it kind of randomly just went, oh yeah, also Chio's getting ready for a date with Satan. It's like, this wasn't mentioned before. Like, what?
I swear there was like an entire episode where they go to run McDonald's at the swimming pool in the middle of summer, but I think we skipped over that.
No, it's down the line.
I know what you're talking about, but...
That's like tail end of the show.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. Lucifer has our protagonist on the ropes to Dao gets impaled, Alciel's already down, Emmy is not able to completely keep up. So Dao, it uncharacteristically is very concerned with protecting the civilians of Japan.
Yeah.
Because character development. And as Terry mentioned before, so Dao also draws, pardon?
Yes, indeed.
So Dao also draws his powers from negative emotions because, you know, devil.
Yeah.
Which means that he has an advantage here.
Oh boy, it'd be a shame if everyone was miserable and I started winning.
That'd be amazing. It'd just be like, yo, everyone, hate life and be miserable so I win.
You know,
It'll be
Drew's getting the
normal
shit
then.
kicked out of him. What can we do? Everything is lost. 5 minutes left. Oh good, you're finally miserable again. We can win this fight.
Good.
Now, I'm not saying I'm Satan, but...
So yeah, so Dao knocks all the civilians unconscious. So Amelia can actually kind of, you know, use magic without having to blow her cover. And Alciel shows up healed to join in the fight. Chiho is apparently not unconscious because plot proximity.
Yeah, and because, like, you can't have like, what the characters, who the characters actually are, I guess.
So,
Until
yeah.
later, because I'm pretty sure she eventually figures it out.
Maybe? I don't remember.
No, like in the books, it wouldn't make sense if they were able to keep it held back all that time, especially with what happened.
True.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Fighting.
think they do mention it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm skimming. Fighting, more fighting. And then,
Kapow.
Emmy's comrades from Ente Isla, Emeralda and Albertio, and I hope I pronounced that right, arrive through a portal.
Avengers Endgame style.
Yes, they literally come in flying like Falcon. And they reunite with Emmy and explain the corrupt state of the church back on Ente Isla. And wait, this is after Lucifer gets defeated, by the way.
Yeah.
Promise, it's a good show, you should watch it. So, yeah, Lucifer has been effectively in more ways than one.
Yeah, and then he becomes a main part of Satan's crew up after this.
Kind of.
Well, well, he's like
he's-
usually just kind of in their apartment, just kind of chilling,
Playing
not really
video games,
doing much.
using more money than he makes.
Basically.
So, you know, being me.
If Sadao and Alciel are like a angry sitcom couple, then I guess Lucifer is their slacker son.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. How did you do this?
So yeah, Sadao uses his remaining magic to restore the collateral damage done to the city and erase the civilians' minds, sans Chiho. And that ends episode 5.
Alright,
Neat.
before we move on, do we never actually went over how he actually found out about this show.
Yeah, you cut out Harry.
A lot.
Oh, we never actually went over how we found out about this show.
Well, someone basically told me that there was a show where Satan is a part-time McDonald's worker, and I was
think
like,
it was
say no more,
Jason.
fam.
I think it was Jason, actually.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm gonna watch this because it's like the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. It was brilliant.
And since then, I've watched the entire run of Detective Satan, which is a different show that is not an anime, but it's still great.
I think I first heard of the show in like late 2014. I didn't watch it until like March or April of 2015 on Netflix, and that was like the first 5 episodes.
Wait, it's on Netflix?
It was on Netflix.
Oh,
It definitely isn't anymore.
Damn. That sucks.
Stonks. Stanks.
Yeah, so I watched the first 5 episodes. I was like, wow, this is hilarious. I should catch up on the other 8. And I just never did.
Man.
Come 2018, I decided to watch it with Harry and Xavier.
Oh wow, that was your first time seeing all of it through? Wow.
Yes, I told you this.
I don't remember this at all.
You guys didn't invite me.
I mean...
Fucking DM me!
Well, I mean, the 3 of us have watched shows together for a while now.
You never invited me.
I mean, you're usually asleep during the time.
Okay, to be fair, I had a job at the time.
This was the halcyon days of 2018.
Yes, where I had money. Wait, 2018? Yeah, I had money. I was fucking loaded.
Oh man.
So, yeah, I finished the show, finally finished the show, late December 2018. This is, just a few days before Christmas. And, oh gosh, what episodes those were.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, yeah, that's how I met Satan.
I don't really have anything crazy to mention here. I think I was in the same call when Jason told Joey about the show, and I remember him. I think you watched it while you were in a call, because I remember you took a screenshot and just doesn't this look like James from Team Rocket or something like that? And yeah, so I from that point on, I know I didn't watch it right away, but I got to it eventually. I don't remember how long it took, but whatever. And then then comes the whole, please just make a season 2 for the love of God. So that happened.
See, ignorance was bliss, Harry, but now you know, and now you feel pain.
Yeah.
And pain is half the battle. The other half is knowing. What mess of words did I just say?
I don't know, but it was great.
10 out of 10 would hear it again. And you can by watching our VODs on YouTube.
Good. Anyways, moving on.
Swiftly.
So, yeah, episode 6. The devil climbs the stairway to school. Back in Fantasyland, the church is having a bit of a meltdown.
Because everything is good. Because
Yeah,
Satan's not there. They can't cope with the good times rolling.
The Olba's report that he had killed Sadao and Emeralda and Albertio was false. So yeah, they can't let the truth leak out now. Meanwhile, back in Japan, Lucifer, because he's kind of a terrorist now,
Yeah.
basically lay low Sadao and Alciel and taking the name Hanzo. I'm gonna keep calling him Lucifer.
Yeah, because I feel like they always call him that anyway, so it's
Yeah, Lucy's a NEET.
yeah. But this whole... Actually, no, I'll save that for later.
He wanted to conquer the country, but now he's been conquered by the country's lovely technology.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he does for the rest of the series.
No. He sends people on quests.
Yeah, to get his PSP.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna mention, but I wanted to leave it. But yeah, whatever.
Excuse me, Wikipedia says it's a Vita.
Oh, it was a Vita. Well, either way,
Well,
it was.
Wikipedia's fucking wrong. Because it was clearly a PSP.
Whatever it was, it was a Sony portable console.
It was a Pony portable console.
Yeah.
We can't say we can't say Sony. It's copyright. Trademark.
Pony.
Pony Play Portable.
The phony Play Portal.
Well. Anyways.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the ghost episode.
Oh, yeah.
Ghosts.
Yeah, because Hanzo's been spending all of his time on the dark web. He learns of a rumor that there's paranormal activity, which might be a portal to enter Isla that is... Yeah, let me restart that. He learns of a rumor that, for Pete's sake, paranormal activity in the form of portal activations to enter Isla occur in an abandoned classroom at a local high school, which turns out to be Chiho's school. So, yeah, Sadao, Alciel, and Chiho decide to investigate. Amy decides to show up because, of course, she does. Spooky shenanigans ensue.
Woo.
Yep.
And yeah, they find the abandoned classroom, and it turns out it was just an abandoned base of operations by Hanzo and Olba before they betrayed everyone.
Yeah, close. Yeah.
So yeah, and while Lucifer basically asked Sadao to retrieve his Pony console while they're in the room, which he had left behind by accident. And thus sends a tale. And I guess as a coda, the person who had made the report back in Fantasyland is now in Japan, and she's tripped. She's fallen down the stairs and passed out.
Yeah.
And I guess we have to introduce her properly now. This girl is Crescia Bell, another agent of the church.
They make her name like Susanoo.
Susanoo.
Yeah. Yeah, she appears near the end of the series. Or the season, rather, not the series. You know what I mean.
Yes, her mission is to also kill Sadao. Unfortunately, she hasn't quite acclimated to modern customs as well as Amelia has.
Yeah.
So she tends to just do a lot of older traditional stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know if the Japanese version does this, but they also have a talk in a specific way, like like little emotion kind of talk.
Yeah, she has a very reserved style of speech.
Yeah.
So yeah, that basically leads into episode 7. The devil's budget is saved by neighborliness. Yes, Susanoo has fallen down their apartment building stairs and comes to introduce herself to Sadao, Alciel, and Lucifer the next morning, and gives them a box of udon noodles as a friendly gesture. Oh yeah, she likes to cook, I think. She's just...
Yeah. Oh yeah, at one point, like, what is it? She makes, like, too many noodles for them or something. So, was it ACL or whatever? Just, is constantly eating it and, like, ends up getting sick.
Yeah, but he's basically a human dump, well, a demon dump truck.
Yeah.
So yeah, Susanoo's trying to get herself acquainted with her new neighbors. Emmy's not having any of that. She's suspicious. Gosh, she really just butts in every episode.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. It's like Twilight, basically. Oh no, Twilight wasn't in the episode. Gotta make her have a point.
Oh, freaking MLP, yeah. At least with at least the thing with that is at least Amelia has good reason to be suspicious, whereas with Twilight it's just the writers trying to shoehorn her in because main character lol.
Until she wasn't.
She likes to believe that she is, but yeah. Anyways.
So yes, we were at the point where she had fallen down the stairs and then cooked a shit ton of food, because of course she did.
Yeah. Emmy's suspicious for the wrong reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, she's right to be suspicious, but not for these particular reasons, I guess. That makes any sense. Yeah, Susanoo thinks that Emmy and Sadao are screwing, so that's nice.
Yeah.
They banging though. Oh, they fucking.
Oh, I love that video.
Love that skit.
Was it like, like lamp charm?
Oh, they fucking. Lampchan! We can't! It's lewd!
But I sound like frickin' Sans when I laugh.
Nah.
So, yeah, romantic, quote-unquote romantic misunderstandings happen. Everyone thinks everyone else is dating someone else that they know. It's hilarious. And then Emmy is trying to kind of get an update on the situation back in her home realm. Yeah, Emeralda. Other Emmy is looking for Olba.
Other Emmy. Where am I? Here I am.
And this is the episode where they get attacked by a masked man carrying a scythe. Like, I forgot about that.
Same. Probably because it's not actually that important.
It's a lot of stuff like, it's a lot of build up and like, sketchy stuff with the church and whatnot, but again, since it's only one season, you don't really get payoffs to a lot of that, so it's just like, eh.
I don't like novels.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I lost. Good.
I guess we'll just jump ahead to episode 8 then.
Okay.
The hero enters the fray. So, yeah. Chiho and Emmy are visiting Sadao's apartment, and they find Susanoo basically helping Sadao and company with her domestic chores. Because that's who she is, I guess.
Basically.
Offers to walk Chiho home, and she confesses her feelings for him while depreciating the fact that he is a demon, since she already fell for him. That is a sentence.
Wait, what?
Susanoo overhears Chiyo's confession, causing Chiyo to run away in embarrassment. Susanoo basically follows up by asking Sadao about his own response to being loved by people and is visibly surprised by his sincere response. Aw, character development.
Yay.
Aw. Stab it with a hot knife.
Oh, what is the episode where, like, I think it's Susanoo, like, makes, like, this massive lunch for Satan in, like, the shape of a heart, and then when Chiyo sees it, she, like, freaks out.
Box lunch, that was the previous episode, I believe.
Oh, okay, yeah. And, like, I think, what is it, they immediately do the intro after that.
Oof.
It's like, oh man, that's funny.
I don't recall a lunch being in the shape of a heart, but that sounds about right.
It's something like that.
So, later, Susanoo meets Emi at the Sasazuka station, and they both inadvertently reveal their misunderstood intentions towards Sadao over the events of the past few days. Afterwards, Susanoo introduces herself as a resident of Ente Isla, aka Cresta Bell, and informs Emi that she was sent under orders by the Church of Ente Isla to investigate any leads on the missing Olba. Susanoo further asks that Emi return to Ente Isla to confront the church about the cover-up regarding Olba's traitorous actions after defeating Satan. While Emi remains hesitant in trusting Susanoo, since the actions of her superior put the lives of everyone in the underground mall in danger just to kill her and Sadao. That's how a sentence ends. That's how the sentence ends. It feels like there should be a second part to that.
Yeah.
Although X, Y, and Z, period. Before she leaves, Emi advises Susanoo to be leery of Sadao and company, finding out her finding out her true agenda. Meanwhile, a new fast food restaurant, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, boy. And this is where the James guy comes in.
Yes, a new restaurant, SFC, boldly opens up across the street from McDonald's, and its manager, Mitsuki Sarue, and yeah, I don't speak Japanese, pops into McDonald to apparently check out the competition, although Sadao counters by having Alciel do some spying of their own, and Sarue is the blue-haired guy who kind of looks like James from
Yeah.
Where's
yes,
Jesse?
he is important.
Where's Jesse, though?
Jesse is getting the heck out of here.
Yeah, James did some interesting work before he went with Team Rocket.
Listen, alright? Pokemon.
Yeah, right.
Finally, Susanoo waits for Emi after work and expresses a desire to visit Sadao's workplace at McDonald, while Rika, Emi's friend, misunderstands the interaction between Susanoo and Emi as a lovers' quarrel over Sadao.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Emi's irritation. Yes, this is a harem series. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
It's like
That still surprises me about the show that it's a harem series. It's just like, is it though?
It's like a romantic comedy. It's like a disguised rom-com.
Some shows just hide the romantic subplots better than others.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe hiding isn't the best word. Like, weave the romance. Some shows weave in their romantic subplots better than others.
I suppose.
What'd you say, Joey?
Subplot. Implying not the main plot.
I mean,
As far as this one season of anime is concerned, the romance is technically a backseat thing.
It's mainly played as like a funny joke in the show. They don't really go too far into it.
Jokes are funny.
So, yeah, episode 8 was called The Hero Enters the Fray, and episode 9 is called The Hero Experiences a Fray. Oh, yes, this is the festival episode, because every anime has that.
Yeah.
It's the Tanabata Festival. Yeah, Rika, Emi, and Suzuno make their way over to Hatagaya to discover the the Star Festival in full gear.
Yeah.
Rika, who is she's just Emi's friend from work. She thinks that Emi and Sadao are a thing.
Because everyone does. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, so she wants to learn more about this lover's quarrel, and she decides to go to SFC.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Sadao is also at Alciel is also at SFC.
Because it take good. I swear I speak English, just not often.
So yeah, Alciel kind of clears up the misunderstanding by using metaphors.
Oh yeah, like how I explain everything. I don't know if I'm deep or just so insane that it's impossible to understand me.
Ronald is losing business to Sensaki. I cannot with that.
SFC.
Yes. I can say Sentaki is just funny. McRonald is losing
Food on fried chicken.
McRonald is losing business to SFC for the festival, and Sadao, who is like, what's he, the line shift manager now?
Something
Got
like
a
that.
minor promotion. There's a vested interest in keeping McRonald's afloat and making money.
Yeah, damn it.
Doesn't he end up using magic to make SFC shit or something?
I don't know about that.
We'll find out
I know
soon
magic's
enough.
involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's worried, and Sadao's struggling. He just kind of tells the employees under him to kind of just keep themselves busy until an opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
And then essentially does corporate espionage.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole episode is just Sadao trying to make McRonald's more palatable to the festival's patrons.
Yeah. Basically. Oh, yeah, it's starting to come back to me.
Is this the pepper fries moment, or was that earlier?
I think that was earlier. After that, it's spicy fries.
Gosh, I'm hungry now.
I had the black pepper fries.
I could fucking make some right now if my parents hadn't just both gone to sleep. No, my dad's been asleep for like 4 hours. My mum's only just gone to bed.
Oh my gosh. I guess I know where you guys get it from now.
Yeah, I'm the one they complain that they can't get any sleep. It's nothing to do with their own actions.
So, yeah, Sadao, in an act of genius or desperation, decides to make the franchise itself part of the festival.
Yes.
Actually, let me rephrase that. They're going to festivalize the McDonald's business building. Because cross-promotion.
Yeah.
Don't they just make up a new thing with stock and then stand outside and use it to drag in customers or something?
They use bamboo plants, and then finally revealing that they will allow the festival's patrons to hang wishes on the plants and offer a free drink to whoever does so. A plan which successfully gets McDonald's flooded with customers.
And of course, if you're getting enlarged lemonade, you might as well get a burger. And the burger always comes with chips, or it's just not a meal.
I like how this whole
And it's
series
hot,
of
so you might as
magic
well get a McFlurry as well.
I like how this whole series of magic and demons just has this one episode problem solved with just basic business acumen.
Yeah.
Like, magic's great, but it's no substitute for actually dealing with your problems.
Yeah, but speaking of magic, Susanoo notices a strange purple aura hanging over the crowd in front of McDonald's, adding to her suspicion of Sadao. And now we are at the pool episode, or rather,
yes.
water park episode.
We need to do one of those.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
Following the success of the previous day's business, Mayumi, Sadao's manager, informs Sadao that she has selected him based on a request by the McDonald branch at the Fushima Park to assist them with business during a fair. That night, Hanzo, Lucifer, informs Sadao that they might be able to harvest magic off people's fear by investigating the advertised haunted house at the fair, while Susanoo eavesdrops on their conversation, which he relays to Emi as a precaution. Later, Chiho invites Emi to the fair, who also brings along Susanoo after being suspicious of Sadao and Company's intentions. So yeah, Sadao's actually having to man a small McDonald at a water park while swimming shenanigans ensue elsewhere.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of the water park stuff isn't really that important to this episode. It's just kind of a backdrop.
Yeah.
And the females wear bikinis.
I think
the entire point of those episodes.
Isn't that the episode? Isn't the end of the episode like Satan like calms down a group of alligators or something?
I think so. And there's a monkey involved at some point.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That part was cool.
The female characters go. What now?
Sorry, there was just a long silence. I was trying to get people to talk again.
Go.
Oh yeah, female characters go to the haunted house and get scared. I guess if it's not clear, I haven't seen this show in 2 years.
Yeah, that's what.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the show in like 5.
Yeah, the last time me and Scrappy have seen the show is back in 2018 or whatever.
And I saw it before then.
Well, I mean, I saw it before then too, but that's the last time I saw it.
No, I mean, yeah, I haven't seen it since my first time.
Yeah.
Just like naked women. I mean, what?
Wow.
So yeah, they go to the haunted house and they go to the reptile exhibit, and that's foreshadowing. Emmy bumps into a maintenance worker, causing him to drop his keys, and those keys are subsequently picked up by an escaped circus monkey.
Escape circus money, quick, catch it!
Whose name is also Sadao.
Nice.
And then the monkey unlocks the crocodile exhibit keys, door keys. So yeah, we have an incident coming up. Crocodiles in a water park. I hope you enjoy that.
Oh man, I hate the difference between like crocodiles and alligators. Like, how can you tell? Come on.
It's a tooth and the nose shape.
Yeah, I know, but it's so.
And sometimes the patterning, but that could just be phenotypes.
Yeah, but it's such a minor thing. It's. Ugh.
It is literally a tooth.
Yeah. I hate
If
it
you
so
want to
much.
tell the difference, the only way you're going to find out is by getting killed.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, ugh.
Oh no, my mate was killed by a crocodile. How do you know it was a crocodile? Well, he was trying to figure out if it was a crocodile or alligator, and that's how he died.
Anyways, enough of that.
So yeah, it's in the water. Mass panic, complete terror, despair, which is the good thing for Sadao.
And it didn't happen anywhere near where he lived, so he doesn't have to deal with the aftermath of suspicion.
Yeah, he can feed off the human sphere and use his powers to kind of get the crocs to be tamed. And once again, Sadao has done another act of relative altruism. Much to Susanoo's confusion. And yeah, Susanoo goes home and feels the presence of a white-winged being watching her, which disappears when she turns to look. And thus we head into the final arc.
Dun,
So
dun,
that was
dun.
pretty episodic to begin with.
Yeah, the
It
show's...
was episodic until the arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the show's like, it's episodic with like little teasers towards something bigger.
I mean, yeah, it's episodic with an over arc.
Yeah.
And then the over arc culminates in the final arc.
Pretty much.
Take notes.
What, for your story or just in general?
Yeah, honestly. Plot structure is like the next thing we need to work on with that, so yeah.
Yes, episode 11. The hero stays true to her convictions. Also, has been suffering from an illness, probably those noodles.
Yeah.
No, it was those noodles. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, continues to suffer from his illness, which the synopses on Wikipedia have not mentioned up to this point.
Yeah, you gotta love these wikis.
Like, it's not really their job to get through every piece of minutia for this show, but it's just funny.
It's just funny when, like, they mention something,
Well, no, it's because this was written in 2013 as and when the episodes came out, so they didn't know what was going to be important,
I suppose.
and then they didn't edit it.
Well, Joey, I seems like there's an opportunity for you.
Fuck off, I'm not fucking up a Wikipedia with the worst spelling ever.
That's so Shiro continues to suffer from his illness while Miki, the landlady, sends boxes of merchandise she imported from Hawaii for Sadao and friends to sell at a bazaar in a shopping district. Yeah, meanwhile, Susanoo has a flashback. Eventually, Chiho and Emi show up at Sadao's apartment building, and along with Susanoo, help him move all of the merchandise over to the shopping district before he leaves for a shift at McDonald. Here, Susanoo leaves the group and has a meeting with a hooded person involving her mission to kill Sadao, which she shows hesitation. Another flashback shows her eavesdropping on the church's leaders during a meeting on Ente Isla, where they conspire to use inconspicuous means to kill their enemies, to which Crestro / Susanoo laments that she didn't want to kill anyone.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't think she ever wanted to kill anyone at any point. She was just forced by the church to pick up the sword to fight the great evil on their righteous quest.
Man. They take a shot every time a church is corrupted in, like, anime or a JRPG
Yeah,
or
she was an
anything like that.
executioner of the church.
Listen, okay? I don't have enough alcohol.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
exactly.
And I'm not doing that now anyway.
So yeah, Susanoo is a reluctant monster. She's not particularly happy with her job, but she does seem kind of obligated, if only through tradition, to continue it.
Basically.
She's the obligatory ends justify the means, even if I'm not particularly thinking about the means being good or not, being well advised or not.
Actually, just to segue into another character in another show, that's one of the reasons why I really like the Ninth Doctor, is because he was an ends to justify the means sort of character, after the means had been justified. And he still struggles to see the justification in his own actions, despite the fact that he essentially saved all of time in the universe in doing what he did. And that's why I think that character is amazing, and he's the best Doctor.
Yeah, characters like that are very interesting.
And then the BBC and him had an argument, so he regenerated into David Tennant.
I mean,
who also was a great Doctor, but just wasn't the best Doctor.
David Tennant is really the only one I really saw a lot of, so...
That's because he had like 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And he regenerated into himself.
Yeah, I remember that.
Too much pressure laments that she didn't want to kill anyone. Okay. In the present, Susanoo reveals her true nature to Chiho. Oh yeah, I remember this. This was the screaming episode. Stray people screaming at each other in a dead of night. Streets just...
Good thing the landlord was on holiday.
Yeah, basically, Susanoo, Chiho, and I think Emmy? Yeah, Emmy shows up as well, and Susanoo's basically like, kill Satan, and then Emmy and Chiho are like, Satan is actually good. That's the gist of their argument.
Yeah.
Hey, that literal Satan isn't that bad.
There's a lot of, like, series where Satan isn't really even evil.
I mean...
Just,
kinda wasn't anyway.
Just shame about the name.
I mean,
so, yeah.
That's going into a topic we're not talking about, but yeah.
So, yes. Arguments over the virtues of our friend Satan. Even Emmy, who has probably the most beef against this guy, has some hesitation about killing him.
Yeah.
Susanoo basically is tired of arguing and leaves. So, while Emmy and Chiho walk home and ponder what happened, they are attacked by the masked man with a scythe from before. Who reveals himself to be a fallen angel named Sariel, before managing to overwhelm Amelia in battle. Chiho tries to call Sadao, but she is knocked unconscious by Susanoo.
This is the one I struggled on. No.
And at the same time, Sadao... What did you say, Joey?
No, it's just like keep going because you started. Fuck's sake! Now I fucked the conversation flow.
Yeah.
God damn it. At the same time, Sadao learns from Chiho's mother that Chiho did not arrive home, and Sadao has Lucifer track Emmy's location via GPS, but instead finds Susanoo moving rapidly towards the city hall. After learning that for Pete's sake, blue-haired guy at Kentucky, his identity is a forgery. Guess which characters are one and the same? Sadao hurriedly heads to the city hall to rescue Chiho, while Ulba, remember him, remains unconscious, regains consciousness in the hospital.
Right.
And thus we head into the penultimate episode. The devil carries out his duties.
Done.
Duty.
Oh my god. Hero's duty.
Nah.
Yep.
So yes, he goes out and okay. Scrappy doesn't want to read the last two, and I can guarantee we're not going to get Harry to read the last two, so I'll do it.
I was going to. I was just focusing on something in one of my servers.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why this
Moderate.
is.
Yeah, Devil carries out his duties. Yeah, Alcio, he's still in the hospital.
Hey, I'll say this much. If what is it? Joey ends up being the recording guy for like the next anime episode, and we have to do the synopsis stuff again, then I'll read some of the stuff.
Listen, next time we'll actually watch the show and we won't have to go through the synopsis.
That would be nice too.
So you're saying we got to watch the most recent season of Sword Art Online, so it's fresh in our heads. Okay.
I mean,
we're
on the same page.
we're gonna have to do that anyway, so.
All right then, that just makes it even easier.
I mean, for better or I mean, mostly for worse, but I have most of Alicization like in my head, even after like such a long time of seeing it. So
One does not forget Sword Art Online. One does not forget SAO.
oh,
One does not forget the SAO episodes.
I bring this up again, but I was gonna mention while we're on the SAO train, and I think this is what I was alluding to.
And he dies.
Wait, what?
You were going to mention on the SAO episode?
What I was gonna mention before Scrappy had a phone call, I think, was what is it? They're doing another anime series that's basically the was it Aincrad was the place called? Yeah, they're doing like a extended version of it basically, which is interesting. Hopefully, it's actually decent this time.
It was just too short and too many jump cuts, and what I really want to avoid with our book.
What?
Because otherwise we're going to have the SAO of our topic.
What? It's ironic because the area that SAO is like the series is named after is only like not even half a season.
14 episodes out of now about 100 episodes total.
Yeah.
And like 5 of them are interesting.
Pretty much. Anyways, moving off that quickly because I don't want to start ranting.
So, yeah, penultimate episode. Shiro's in the hospital. He finds an unconscious police officer. While investigating, he is violently punched into submission. That's just a funny sentence. He's punched into submission by the newly awakened Olba, who learns of Sadao's residence from Alciel's insurance card. And yeah, forgot about this. Sariel has Amelia and Chiho on top of City Hall, and Sariel, I guess, seeks Amelia's power, I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's creepy as fudge. Just
Ick.
He's disgusting, and I look forward to the ass kicking he's about to get. This is
I don't know, he's a pretty powerful bastard.
Yeah,
the ass kicking doesn't come for a while into the fight.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, he's the closest thing we have to Sugo, everyone's favorite SAO character in this show.
Who was that again?
Oberon, the Fairy King.
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah.
Oh, him. Kill him with fire. Would be mercy.
So, yeah, torturing Amelia, and he's got some disgusting intentions for Chiho as well, based on his dialogue. Yeah, so now he's desperately rushing. I assure you he's not stalling, he's just getting screwed over and blocked at every second, blocked at every path, usually by Susanoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Susanoo's literally fighting against Sadao to keep him from, being a good guy.
Oh, good. I died.
Satan takes a beating from Crestia, but gets up nonetheless to rescue Chiho from Sariel, leaving Crestia to realize that unlike Satan, she had abandoned her friends.
Oh no, I am literally worse than Satan.
Oh, how could this happen?
At the same time, Ulba visits Lucifer and seeks to re-establish their contract. As Sariel begins to reveal a perverted nature, Emilia claims that Satan will show up to save Chiho because of his natural instinct to protect his co-workers. Character development. Which is mocked by Sariel. Much to Chiho and Emilia's relief, Satan does arrive. Much to the relief, Satan arrives.
Thank fuck Satan's here.
They're just saying that like out of context.
Fuck yeah, Satan. So fuck yeah, science, just fuck yeah, Satan.
Yeah. So Dao arrives, but is easily overwhelmed by Sariel due to his lack of magic. Oh yes, I skipped over that part. Sariel produced a barrier, which is using it. Wait, no, Sariel had a barrier, so Dao had to use all his magic to destroy it. So yeah. So Dao is here, gets easily overwhelmed by Sariel due to his lack of magic.
Yeah.
Where Ulba replenishes his magic, replenishes Sariel's magic, I guess, with Emilia's drink, her monster energy juice, and
a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew. And cast a spell which enlarges.
No, I just
said Mountain Dew.
And casts a spell which enlarges the moon, which increases Sariel's magic while subsequently throwing the city into mass panic. The panic grants Sadao an enormous magical boost, but Sariel remains confident in his power, even as Susanoo decides to side with Satan. Like,
oh, what am I doing?
Fuck the church, am I right?
Elsewhere, Lucifer knocks Ulba out, canceling the moon spell, after deceiving Ulba into throwing the city into panic for Satan's advantage. Finally, Sadao and Sariel engage in an epic aerial battle, which destroys half of the city, and ultimately ends with Sariel's defeat to Sadao's demon sword. And thus ends episode 12.
Yep.
And now for the 13th and final episode. The devil gives Chiho and Emilia some hard-earned therapy. No, it's called The Devil and the Hero Do Some Honest Hard Work.
Oh, right, yeah, this is just the, like, the filler end episode, I guess.
Yeah, the log.
Yeah. So
after all the...
Yeah.
After all of the crying and pathos and action, we're back to shenanigans.
Yeah, pretty much. This is basically the
And then the credit song plays as they have heartfelt conversation.
This is this is essentially the you know, we basically wrapped up the main story for this season, but we still gotta go with a 13 episode quota. So let's just do shenanigans.
Shenanigans begets shenanigans.
Yeah.
Chiho has a strange dream where Satan leaves Earth, much to her agony. And that's what this. While recalling the dream to Sadao the next day, he confirms that he doesn't have enough magic to return since he used it all repairing the city from the prior battle.
Right.
You know, secretly Sadao just is fond of Chiho. At the same time, they discover Sariel in McGronald's freezer. And Sadao's magical bamboo had redirected his portal. Sariel immediately falls head over heels for Mayumi, much to her disgust. Oh boy, he was a disgusting, demonic pervert, but now he's just a funny comic relief character.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Emmy also has a strange dream where Satan conquers Sasakusa. As she goes to visit Sadao and company, Alciel asks Sadao for some time off, which makes her suspicious, causing her to enlist for Pete's sake. I keep on wanting to say Esmeralda. It's Emeralda. To see what they might be up to. Later, Emmy notices numerous boxes being delivered to Sadao's apartment and grows even more suspicious.
Oh, I remember this.
Yes. At work, Sadao suddenly asks Mayumi for a shift change, which causes Chiho to fear that he might return to Ente Isla, but Sadao apologetically keeps their motives hidden from her. Chiho and Emmy decide to follow Sadao the next day to find out where they have been, what they have been up to, because everyone stalks everyone in this show. And they discover that he along with
FBI, open up!
Yeah, also that. And they discover that Sadao along with Alciel have taken extra jobs to pay for Lucifer's GPS trackers, which had saved them from Sariel. Truth be told, the most devilish thing in the show isn't the actual devil, it's just the random bureaucracy of business.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe
that was great compared to business.
Maybe it's the writers telling us something. Maybe business is
real devil was humanity.
Yes.
The real evil was humanity all along.
But now, wait, hold on. Blah, blah, blah. They got paid for those GPS trackers because Lucifer's a dipstick. As Emmy questions Sadao on the boxes, they return to the Villa Rosa. Wait, that's, what is that, the name of their apartment complex?
Probably, yeah.
I think so.
They return to Poki-Oak's kindergarten to discover that Hanzo, Lucifer, had been caught in a purchasing scam where he was tricked into buying useless items. Sadao and Emmy head over to the retailer to claim a refund and discover that Alciel had also been... They also find out that Alciel had been working at the retailer.
How else is he going to afford his Xbox?
Along with a threatening manager. That's funny. That's cute. You think people in Japan have Xboxes?
Like, do now.
Yeah.
And they discover that Alciel had been working at the retailer, along with a threatening manager who refuses to give a refund due to the contract that Lucifer had signed. Talk about a Faustian bargain.
Oh.
Emmy is able to solve the situation via a cooling off period, which is basically a grace period to cancel a purchase. Eventually, Alciel and Sadao celebrate their business success by going out to a restaurant, while everyone goes back to living normally in the human world. And in the epilogue, Sadao is forced to walk home through the rain after work. While waiting at the crosswalk, Emmy approaches and gives him a new umbrella as a replacement for the one that he had lent her earlier in the show. Sadao thanks her, and she welcomes him with a smile.
Aww,
yay.
cute.
And then that's how the series, or the season ends.
Well, the series might as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I should mention that I do have, volumes 3 to 5 of the light novel, because that's where the story picks up from where the anime left off. And I've read I think I read 10 pages of it. So yeah, I haven't really seen much of that. I do know that the one thing I do know, vaguely, it's been years since I've read any of this, but what is it, this child shows up for some reason and assumes that Satan and Amelia are her parents. So they're both they both just have to look after this kid now that they just don't know, and it's
wait, did we ever bang?
It's just this is a thing that we're doing now, I guess. Besides that though, yeah, God knows if we'll ever get a second season. The actors apparently have like gone on record saying they'd love to do it, but they just aren't having one. So it's just like, yeah. It sucks.
Unless the actors pay the studio and get the rights from the writer.
Well, how well did this show do exactly?
Too well. Couldn't have it air anymore. It was too good.
Because like
The sake of humanity depended on it getting cancelled.
yeah, apparently. How is he out of base? Okay, come on.
After this episode's done, I'm probably going to turn off controller vibration in every other fucking thing I'm a part of.
Shit.
Because I know you can hear it, and I know it's pissed someone off.
It hasn't caught up. It hasn't been too egregious.
There are people that complain that the fact that I breathe.
Well, the audio is coming from my end, and I can like only vaguely hear it every now and then, so it's not. It shouldn't be too bad. Or faintly hear it, not vaguely. I can grammar. Whatever.
So yeah, everyone's thoughts on the show.
It's a great show. It's a great comedy.
I kind of want to watch it again, but it's not on Netflix. I don't think. If it is on Netflix, then you lucky bastard. But it's probably not on my Netflix. Because I live in a first world country.
Yeah, it's
on,
not.
I don't think it's on my Netflix, US Netflix, so go watch it on Funimation's site or buy the DVDs, have fun.
Basically.
But just buy the DVDs, it's easier than watching anything on Funimation's site. Same reason I don't watch anything on Crunchyroll if I'm not on my computer. Sponsor me, Adblock.
I have wanted to get more into actually buying anime DVDs and stuff, because there comes a point where doing it using sites, let's say, kind of gets annoying sometimes. And hey, supporting the actual creators is good, so.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, my overall thoughts on the show are, well, it's a funny fish out of water comedy. It's like it's. I do feel, at least in the Western world,
It comes highly recommended from us.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm painting with a very broad brush here, but I do feel like we kind of underappreciate anime comedy outside of Japan itself.
Yeah,
It's like English comedy, well, when it was good, was not really appreciated outside of England. Now it's shit.
I'm sure it's fine. I just mean in the sense that most of the anime that seemed, at least in my country, that seemed to kind of gain ground and get all the merch, like, it's mostly shonen, and yeah, mostly shonen.
Yep.
Like, is at the very least a cult classic here, but it never really took off. Like not even. What am I trying to say? It didn't really take off like Dragon Ball did. Most things don't, but.
Oh yes, Dragon Ball. That show that your parents watched. At this point.
Like, unironically at this point. Yeah, so it's just, well, yeah, it's nice to find a good comedy. It's not uncommon. It's just that people just don't talk about them that often.
Yeah. I suppose there's not really much you can say about comedies a lot of the time. It's just like, I don't know.
Humor is subjective.
I mean, that's one thing as well. And it's not really...
International humor is a lot more subjective.
Yeah.
And typically depends on what that country is going through at the time.
The thing is with comedies as well is that if you you can't really talk about it too much. Otherwise, it's just, I don't know, like, not necessarily ruining the jokes, but like...
You can't analyze comedy, you have to accept it for what it is. If you analyze comedy, then the joke is the analysis itself.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then of course there's anti-comedy, and that just makes everything I've just said the exact opposite, but the same.
Mm.
Whereas knock knock who's there jokes that say that's baseline comedy. Anti-comedy is haha penis.
Yeah, pretty much.
And look what's a lot funnier these days. Which means anti-comedy is going to revert back into actually being base comedy, and actual punchline jokes are going to end up being anti-comedy. It's like, they're already halfway there with the fact that it's a growth fest, where it's like you go up to someone and you're like, knock knock, and they're like, yeah? Like, people can't even answer a fucking knock knock joke anymore.
Yeah, what's up, mate?
I'm serious, it's ridiculous. Or they try and actually guess the answer. It's like, oh, I've heard this one. It just ruins the joke, and you just sat there for 10 minutes going knock knock to someone who does not give a shit.
Have you had experiences or something?
So I guess, yeah. Joey's kind of saying don't analyze this, but I'm gonna analyze it. I enjoy just seeing these seemingly powerful, these all-powerful moderately powerful beings just kind of being forced to deal with the mundaneness of modern living.
Yeah.
The joke's in the goddamn title, alright? Satan works at McDonald's. Hilarity ensues. Fucking enjoy.
You just need, like, the name alone says it all.
The absurdity of it all is what helps make it funny.
Yeah.
Here's the joke. Watch it. There might be a plot if you're lucky. But there is a plot.
Yeah.
But then it's up to you whether you prefer the plot or the joke, or if it's all shit.
So Dow and LCL are just a hilarious duo. They just bounce off each other very well. Like, I just wanted more of LCL. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Then write him.
Okay. Just have him randomly, like, show up for no reason in the Mario story for like 2 seconds.
I mean, yeah, you have your fucking shitpost that you can just do whatever with. Put him in that just because.
Excuse me, I actually tried to... Alright, it's not canon. Try to stay within normal means with my story nowadays.
Morality in your fucking story, mate. I've not even read it, but I know it's garbage.
Wow.
What the hell?
In the best way. It's like me calling myself trash, but I'd still put myself in a golden garbage bag.
Like, I've been working on it for 11 years now. I've worked very hard on it.
It's diamond studded garbage.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Oh, God.
Mental note, don't piss off the people you work with. You might not be working with them.
I think I'm done with this game right now. So, do we have anything? Do we still have things to say?
Follow
Make
me
a
on
season
Twitch.
2.
Make a season 2. Follow me on Twitch. Read the book when we release it.
Yeah. Do we have any idea what we're gonna do next podcast? I'm not gonna say next week or next bi-week because we know that's not gonna happen. But
well, next podcast we do a Christmas special.
oh jeez.
About our favorite Christmas general holiday specials and episodes from TV.
I haven't seen any in a long time, but yeah, maybe.
Wow, I'm so old. I remember when the Doctor Who Christmas specials were good.
Oh wow. For me, it's gonna be mainly like the Disney, like Once Upon a Christmas stuff.
Well, then talk about it. If you remember it, talk about it. It's fine. If you haven't seen anything in a while.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to watch them again though. It's been a long time.
Alright, so why don't we do the next podcast episode on the Disney animated Christmas specials?
Okay, so
Because there's some pretty impressive movies.
So that's like that's the Christmas Carol movie with Scrooge McDuck, and then Once Upon a Christmas and Twice Upon a Christmas, and then the 2013 Mickey Mouse shorts do have their own little Christmas special. So
I don't know about them. I'm talking more the mid-2000s ones.
So literally just Twice Upon a Christmas then.
Oh wow, I didn't realize how easy this was going to be.
The only one that came out in
This is when we find out they've done a CG animated one called Thrice Upon a Christmas. I'm like, fuck's sake.
Twice was a CG one.
Twice was computer animated, but it wasn't what you would call CG animated. If you... Okay. It looks like an actual cartoon and not the Avatar movie.
You mean motion capture or whatever what they call it?
Yeah.
Yes, the next one will be... We got the traditionally animated one, we got the CG one, so now we're gonna get the live-action remake.
And we're gonna virtue signal.
I mean, I'd be down with talking about the Disney Christmas specials or something. And actually, I don't know. We'll figure something out. If that's it, do you want me to stop streaming?
What was I gonna say? Yeah, the real question is, will that episode be done before we finish Star Wars on Storytime?
Well, have you actually started Star Wars on Storytime?
No.
That's what I thought.
I'm gonna say no because Christmas is like coming up really, like it's creeping up really fast, and there's no way.
Yes. Meanwhile, in the time void of 2020, it is almost Christmas.
Yeah.
People have had their trees up for 6 months at this point. Well, someone has. You know they have. November's almost over, so I'm gonna need to shave.
Do I have anything else to say?
Make a season 2, and stop being creepy with Chiho. Showrunners, not you.
Alright. See you guys.
Okay, I thought you were gonna tell me to stop writing my fanfic.
Good. Anyway, see you guys in the next episode. That will happen in like 10 years' time. Okay, bye.